Dear students, welcome to my class. I myself Amulya Kumar Vishwal, Senior Lecturer in Economics of Kushalsara Anchalik Mahavidyalaya, Rekuta in the district of Keonjhar, and I am now going to teach you a topic in economics for plus 2 students, and the first topic is theories of consumption. And within that theory, the first theory is the law of diminishing marginal utility, which is the most fundamental law in the theory of consumption and is the basis on which other laws are restored upon. Before going to discuss the law, we have to have a bird's eye view regarding the definition of economics. And as all of you know, economics is a social science which deals with the economic aspect of human beings, economic aspect of the society and economic aspect of the nation also. In this connection, three eminent economists, one is Adam Smith, another one is Alfred Marshall, and the most popular one is Lionel Robbins. They have given their definitions. Adam Smith has given the wealth definition of economics, while Marshall has given the welfare definition of economics, and at the same time Robbins has given the scarcity definition of economics. And from all the above definitions, we can have a clear idea regarding what economics is. And from all the definitions, Robbins' definition is the most acceptable one, where he has indicated that human wants are unlimited, but a particular want is satiable. On the basis of this fundamental characteristic of human want, the law of diminishing marginal utility has been propounded by Marshall. And before going to discuss the law of diminishing marginal utility, it is essential to have some knowledge regarding some concepts like wants, consumption and utility. So wants or desire is the starting point of all economic activities. We do some work, the teacher teaches, the farmer cultivates in the field, the labor works, and the doctor treats the patients, and they produce something for the fulfillment of the needs of the people or for the satisfaction of human wants. And this process of satisfaction is known as consumption. So consumption is the end of all economic activities. That is why it is rightly told that wants are the starting point of all economic activities, while consumption is the end of all economic activities. So in this connection, we come across a very important term, that is utility. Then what is utility, students? Utility is the one satisfying capacity of a commodity. When we consume a particular commodity, we get some utility out of that. And that utility is able to fulfill our desire to have the commodity. For example, if a consumer consumes an apple, then he gets some utility out of that. If a consumer uses a pair of shoes, then he also gets the utility out of that. So, in case of perishable goods, when we consume a commodity, we destroy the utility of that commodity. But in case of durable goods like the shoes, when we consume the commodity, we consume it for a longer period of time and get utility out of that for a longer period of time. So, utility is very important from the standpoint of economics. And now we can say that utility is different from usefulness and pleasure, because some goods are not useful for the society or for the individuals, but they have utility, like wine. Wine has no usefulness for the society, but it has tremendous utility for the drunkards. Likewise, quinine medicine do not give us pleasure when we consume it, but it cures malaria and saves the patient. So that utility is very important from the standpoint of economics, and then utility is divided into two parts: marginal utility and total utility. Total utility is defined as the sum total of utilities by consumption of all the commodities. For example, if one consumer consumes 5 units of apples, then the total utility of the 5 apples taken together constitute the total utility. Similarly, marginal utility is the addition to the total utility by consuming one more unit of a commodity. In this case, we can clarify this by giving an example. Suppose the consumer consumes 5 apples and the total utility by consuming the 5 apples is 30 utils. Then if he consumes the 6th apple, then the total utility becomes 35. So 35 minus 30 is equal to 5. So this is the addition to the total utility by the consumption of the 6th unit of the apple. That is why marginal utility is the addition to the total utility by consuming one more unit of a product. So the distinction between marginal utility and total utility can be better explained through an imaginary table. Let us see the table. This is the imaginary table where we have 3 columns. Column 1 units of apples, column 2 marginal utility, column 3 total utility. And when the consumer consumes the first apple, he gets 10 utils of marginal utility and 10 utils of total utility. When he consumes the second one, marginal utility diminishes to 8 utils and total utility becomes 18 utils, because 10 plus 8 is equal to 18. Likewise, when he consumes the fourth apple, marginal utility becomes 4 utils and total utility 28. When he consumes the fifth apple, then marginal utility is 2 utils and total utility is 30 utils. When he consumes the sixth apple, then he gets 0 marginal utility and at the same time the total utility becomes 30. So this is very important point. When he consumes the sixth apple, he gets the maximum satisfaction out of consuming the apples, and this is the point of satiety, because at the same point his total utility is maximum. If the consumer again consumes the 7th unit of the apple, then he gets negative utility, that is minus 2, and the total utility also diminishes. So what we observe from this table? This table indicates that when the consumer continuously consumes apples one after another, then the marginal utility of each additional apple goes on diminishing and the total utility increases at a diminishing rate. This is the first point. Second point is, when the consumer consumes the sixth apple, then the marginal utility is 0 and the total utility is 30 or maximum. So this is the point of his maximum satisfaction or the point of satiety of the consumer. So when the consumer consumes after that, he gets negative utility. Now this table can be portrayed through a diagram which is drawn for you. You see there are 2 axes, x axis and y axis. In the x axis we have taken units of apples, and in the y axis we have taken marginal utility and total utility. So students, you see, when the consumer consumes one after another apple, in this way he is consuming 7th apple, and likewise through this table we can know that we have got some points on the graph paper, and when we join the points we get a downward sloping curve, that is marginal utility curve. The marginal utility curve is downward sloping from left to right, and likewise the total utility curve increases at a diminishing rate, reaches its maximum point at point H, and then it is downward sloping. So it indicates the relationship between marginal utility and total utility. So we will discuss the law of diminishing marginal utility in detail in the next class.